So yeah, great plant. I think one should tincture it. I think it is slowly developing toward the letting go of the outlawing of it. I mean, I see states changing rapidly. A lot of medical doctors use it. Me, I don't, but I have, but I enjoy, I think things are stepping stones because the ultimate ride is your consciousness. You don't need anything to be it. You are it. So you don't need any external stimuli. You know, only when you're down and you're dragging sometimes something to just alter your consciousness is kind of the way we are. And so some people are so lost. Even my son, he says, I just hate to be alone. I said, that's what you need, is to be alone. Spend some time understanding who you are. And yes, I love green mucus. I love black mucus too, man. Okay. I'm going to have to look this up because sometimes you're asking me words I have never heard of. Some of these medical doctors come up with these bizarre names for symptoms that just get me. This is why they're left out there, because I don't even waste my time. I mean, I don't waste my time because my clients, they don't get it either. I used to be, I wanted to retire a few years ago, and I took on a naturopath, and I wanted her, well, she is a naturopathist, I guess, and I wanted her to, you know, take over my practice. And she was so intellectual that one of my clients came up to me one day, and he said, you know, I can understand a thing she said. Right then, I terminated and said, you know what, you're not going to do here, because I pride myself on communication, on making sure they understand what's going on, and then you'll have success. Talking over their heads only serves to bolster your ego and doesn't do anything for connecting and helping that individual. And so this is what medical doctors do. They don't care. So, and I find that ridiculous. I don't find anything savvy about that, so I'll look that up for you. That was Kelly. Simplicity 165, fruits plus herbs equals expanded consciousness. Good, Steve. Good. Absolutely, man. Steve, I love you, bro. You're something else, man. I really do. Dr. Morse, how can I clean my colon? Would it be, you know what? You do everything at once. And I've said this before. When you go after your detoxification, don't play around. Don't take this herb for this and this herb for that. Or you'll go, well, this isn't working. You hit it. You go after it like a monster after a food or something. You know, you really go after it like you're wearing the robe. You go after the bowels. If you go everything synergistically, everything at the same time, your body wakes right up. You're moving the bowels, you're moving the kidneys, you're turning on the glands, you're moving the lymph. The body's just going, whoa, whoa, whoa. And that force, that power that you're moving into that body, the body just wakes it up. I find it's the only way. Some people can only afford so much, and I understand that. Those of you that are real tight with your monies, use the tea, the Heal All tea. And even talk to Jennifer once. She'll make you a deal on it. But this is a Heal All tea. Somebody was selling this tea online, and she said, I got this tea from God. And it was our Heal All tea, and she took everything I had said on my website and put it on her website, and she charged $135 for this box of tea. And I just left a little message and said, well, I hope you enjoy our tea. You know, because that's ridiculous, you know. I want everybody to use the herbs. I want everybody to make their herbs. I don't care. But don't overcharge for it. I mean, that's insanity. That to me, that tells you right where it's at, especially if you use God in the same verbiage as you overcharge. That wasn't cool. But the teas are the best way and I like that Heal All tea because that's why I called it that. I got a lot of herbs in there for a lot of things. So really powerful tea. A lot of people have used it and cleaned the cancer out of their bodies in terms of the acids out and been able to regenerate cells, because that tea I made to regenerate atypical cells in the vaginal area of women. And cervical cancer, uterine cancer, colorectal cancer, mouth cancers. So it's just a great, powerful tea for cleaning and healing. And sometimes you can just afford the teas. I'll tell you this, I'll promise you this. that one day we'll have some people that decide to donate to a fund for giving people herbs. I do have a foundation, and it's a health awareness foundation. I've never really used it because I never had anybody want to donate. I'd rather have someone handle that myself. I don't want to handle anything like that. But and I've had only one famous producer ask if he could donate, and as many famous people as I have, it's a shame they don't want to help others get well. This is the top of the mountain in helping somebody. There's nothing else out there. If you don't have your health, you don't have nothing. So it's I will get these funds up so people that don't have any money that are on disability, I will help you. I'll always help you free in my consults, but I can't. We have to keep our doors open, so we do help all we can. Yeah, a video addressing dandruff. Very important question too, because dandruff, what is dandruff? Let me see. It comes out of what? The skin, right? Now, what's the skin? The skin is the body's third kidney. So when you have dandruff, that means you're not draining your lymph system. And if you're consuming milk and dairy products, this exacerbates this like crazy because you're clogging your head for more mucus and more mucus. One day the mucus can get so packed in there, people scream with pain and pressure. Oh no, let's don't go there. This is the hard drive. You don't mess with the hard drive. So when you start to see dandruff coming out, that's serious in terms of lymph drainage problems. Anything can take off from there. That shows your lymph's backed up in the brain. That can go anywhere from the simple cataracts to macular D, all the way to brain lesions, brain cancers, memory, loss of smell and taste and hearing. I mean, the list is long. Teeth, everything. So when you see expression on the skin, whether it's dandruff, eczema, or psoriasis, that's telling you right there your kidneys, your two main kidneys, ain't doing it. And that's real important that you address that and take a look at what you're eating, because this idea of milk and raw milk, even the FDA is overstepping itself, and the government just, claiming they have rights over our food sources just make me want to puke. But in one way, this disposing of the raw milk and cheeses, the joke's on them, because this is not good food for anybody. Nobody should be doing milk after they're weaned. You don't see it in nature anywhere, and when we do it, it just super clogs the human body. So you just, if you're going to drink milk, drink human milk. No one's going to do that. I mean, let's get real. Let's eat our fruits, and berries and melons. Oh, Karen, hi, sweetheart. My BP in both arms is staying at 100/60. The kidneys are up and running again. Good girl, man. Now to get that lymph moving. Still wearing the robe. Go, Karen, go. Good job, sweetheart. You know what? You're the one with the little dog baby cakes. I know you called into Jennifer upset, and I don't blame you. All I can tell you is that you can still detoxify dogs and help them even if they're eating some meat. We're just saying if you can get them to eat vegetables, that's a good thing. Their coats do better. A lot of show dogs are vegetarian dogs. Their skin does better. Their coats do better. However, you've got a sick little fella here, and when you're having seizures like this, you want to use the antispasmodic, and you're kind of probably want to use it, off and on through the day. But that's just to strengthen the nervous system and keep him from seizing. Also, you want to look at dosages of herbs. You really don't want to use but a few drops on a small dog. You wouldn't use much. So, depending upon the weight, a 4-pound dog, you'd probably only have about 4, 5, 6 drops, I would think. You wouldn't have much. Working with them and detoxifying them. But detoxification can also cause seizures. So you have to, that's why the antispasmodic, you work with that concurrently with that. You had made some statement that we told you to come off the medications or something. No one around here knows that, but we only tell people to come off medications when depending upon what they're on. The only three actually you have to think about is like Dilantin or anti-seizure medication. You got to be doing something to naturally to counter that, like an antispasmodic. A lot of people are on Dilantin coming in here. Well, they get on the antispasmodic, and as they work themselves more in a healthy state, they shuck the Dilantin. And then they're good. And then after a while, they can shuck the antispasmodic, and they're good because you're in a curative mode here. And so I don't know what's all wrong with baby cakes there, but little bitty chihuahua, huh? But it's just something you have to work this back to health. Blood pressure medication, you use it when your blood pressure is real high. If not, you'd be crazy to use anything you don't need. And then the other thing is insulin. Most people get off of insulin real quick because you can't, it's easy to control blood sugars on the road to curing it, and it's easy to lower your blood pressure. So I don't know what to tell you. I hope, sweetheart, that your baby cakes is good. Keep working with them, but you can use the herbs real gentle with that dog. You don't have to go crazy. A little lymphatic, a little kidney, a little antispasmodic, kick the adrenals up. Probably wouldn't hurt to do a little parathyroid, little glandular, give him a little nutrition there and meat, but it will kick up his calcium utilization, because that is calcium utilization can be involved in cramping and seizures and things like this. So I hope he's okay, sweetheart. We do. We would never try to give any advice that would be counterproductive to anything. But life's tough out there. I'm telling you, there's a lot of sick animals, a lot of sick people, and they're not just a little sick. They're a lot of sick. And this is our problem, where the genetics even in the animals are taking its toll. So we've got some tremendous work to do. So you can't get upset about it. You just got to roll up your sleeves and learn all you can and do your best. Dogs are, there's a lady named Joy. I probably will put her information here. She wants to work with animals. She's been trained that way. She's worked with all her animals with herbs and diet. And she's listening on the YouTube. So Joy, Karen could use your help there on this dog. But she was taught that most dogs do have kidney failures, kidney weakness in them. This is just part of understanding canine health at all breeds, and I agree, and especially those that leak from the eyes, really a lot of kidney weakness there. They don't have the sweat glands we do, so their eyes and the tongue, the mouth, So we're breeding, we're inbreeding, we're breeding, we're doing all kinds of things, and so it's like plants, We have a lot of hybrids out there, and each generation is always weaker unless you maintain some integrity. Now, this was a question asked me about bladder and prostate cancer. Well, luckily, that's at the door right there. But the same thing applies to all cancers. 99% of all cancers are lymphomas. Don't get fooled with the word cancer, because it's the medical profession's way of pulling in a lot of money. Look right now at the American Cancer Society. Everybody's wearing pink, and everybody's donating a lot of money. Who to? We're still researching how to cure it. This is the insanity of this thing. It's already very curable. We've been doing this for years in terms of what the causative factors are. We don't consider diseases at all in our clinic. We're health oriented. So when you consider diseases and you lose your perception and your knowingness of truth, well, then you're at the hands of all these people that use fear and take your money and give it to all the same people, and all these people just get wealthier and wealthier down the road.